Okay, I believe I'm live. Once again, as I say every single time, YouTube has not yet told me. So, this is very much a guessing game, assuming I am live. But regardless, hello everyone. Welcome to the whatever number Industria development stream. And I need to fix this problem. So maybe you guys can help me fix it, which would be great. But I'll show you what it is first. Okay. So it's been a while since I've kind of talked about anything Industria related. And that's because I have been working on a devlog. And actually, that should be releasing tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. But yes, hello everyone. So hello AG6, hello Kit Patient, hello Kolbernick, hello Lowen. Welcome to the stream. So what have I been doing since the last devlog, I suppose? Or actually, did we stream before that? I don't know. Regardless, what have I been doing? I've been doing quite a lot, actually. I'll quickly show you. First of all, mechanisms here. Yes, hello mechanism. It's very useful for testing stuff. And I added cooking for blockheads because I forgot that mechanism had creative fluid tanks. So, yeah, I can probably remove this now, I suppose. But mainly I've been working on somewhere in here. I'll just search for it actually. Oh, or not, because maybe... Oh, it's not a block item yet. Okay, right. Oh, and this world doesn't have cheats because I'm an idiot and forgot to do that when I created this world. But if I do Industria and... Oh, by the way, I'm on the rubber process branch, just so everyone is clear what I'm working on. This is not like the master branch, so things might be a little bit weird. So I've been working on this beauty. It's so great and works perfectly well. The entity interactor. Wow. Yeah, this is what I've been working on, which I'll explain more in the devlog. Hopefully tomorrow, but we'll see. It just does basically what the name suggests. It interacts with entities around it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, obviously it has a inventory and whatnot. Hello? Oh. Yes. Inventory. Great. That's what I've been working on, but that's not important for this stream, because the other thing I've been working on is the agitator. And yes, this works now. I can now have multiple different fluids. It's fantastic. And it kind of works. So it does render them, as you can see here. But not quite right. So it should be rendering water, lava, and liquid superheated sodium. But it's only rendering liquid superheated sodium, and that's because that's the last one I put in there. So it's annoying because this literally worked the other day, and you can see it working here actually. You can see it's rendering all three, and then when it finishes it goes back to this one. And if I remove this one, it will do lava. And if I don't know, if I do that, it's just whichever one was added last. So if I do this one, it will do water. or not. Okay. Yeah, I need to fix this. And I have no idea why it's happening. I cannot for the life of me figure out why it's happening. My assumption was that it's this code right here, but apparently not, because I'm clearing it and it still doesn't change anything. So somewhere here, this sprite, which is the just fluid texture, basically, is for whatever reason being applied to all of the fluids, regardless of anything. The annoying thing is that this literally worked yesterday, and I don't know what I've changed because I forgot to commit to GitHub last night. So, whoopee. I've been trying to do some shader stuff, and I think that's actually the culprit, but I don't want to delete the shader stuff because I spent a lot of time trying to figure out the shader stuff. So, I have to figure out what on earth this is doing and why it's doing it like this. I think it's something to do with batched rendering, which, if you don't know, is just how Minecraft renders. Okay, Discord, would you like to go away, please? Thank you. Just how Minecraft renders block entity rendering stuff. So yeah, that's what I got to figure out. I think it should be fairly easy. That's just what I want to try and do in this stream. It should be fairly easy to figure out. Just a bit of debugging, hopefully. But maybe that's my famous last words, we'll see. Okay, first of all, I want to see what's happening here. So, let's just look in the fluid render data and see what's in here. So we have our fluid stack. This one is the water. Okay, so water. Let's look in the value because that's the actual render data. We had the model. I can't really look through the model. I don't think it's not going to give me. Okay, the model is actually saying it's using water for the particle. Okay. Yeah, the model isn't really helpful here. So that's saying it's water. Let's look at the render type because I think that's actually the culprit. It's going to be very hard to see. Exactly what's going on. Let me just close that up. So this is saying it is using the translucent shader, which suggests that this is actually water, which is interesting. Let's look at the lava. Let's see what that's doing. So this is indeed the lava. Yes, yes. So if we look at the value, the render type is no transparency. Okay, so that's solid. So that is the lava. It's just a matter of why this is using the wrong sprite. It's very interesting. And it was all working before I decided to make this use a render data. Beforehand, this was just having the model in here. So this was a baked model thing. Which I can try and revert back to, actually. We can try that. Baked model. Okay, here we go. I'll just name that the... No. No, I just want to... Okay, IntelliJ is being jank, as usual. Okay, replaced model. Boom, boom. Simples. We'll do the render data, which is actually just the model. And we need the render type. You know, the great thing about doing this on stream is if I break something, I can just go back and see what I changed, which is lovely. It means that I don't actually have to commit to GitHub every 2 seconds, because I can just go back and see what I did. This can go. Goodbye. And is there anything else that's going to break? Hopefully not. It's not going to let me hot swap this though, I don't think. Because I probably... Oh no, it did. That means I didn't change a lambda, which is nice. Oh, but it crashed. Huh. Why did it crash? Did I do something stupid? Class cast exception. Render data cannot be cast to class baked model. What? Am I doing something stupid? Where am I doing something stupid? Load render data. Oh, yes, I do have to restart the game because I changed this right here. I was going to say, that shouldn't have hot swapped. It's a bit weird, actually. This file is getting kind of big because I've got all this render stuff now. So, just for reference, what I'm trying to do, my end goal here, is that when the agitator is processing, it will blend the textures of the fluids together based on the time of the progress. That's the plan. And I have to use a shader for that, which is a pain because, yeah, it's a pain because it means I have to do all of this, which is literally just copying vanilla code and putting this one single line in here. That's all I had to do. I could probably use a mix-in for that, you know, but that's not what MMD told me to do. So, you know, this one line is the bane of my existence. Also, I made this code a little bit cleaner because vanilla is janky and their code is not clean, but I made it a little bit cleaner, which is always nice. Okay, that hasn't changed anything. Now I am very confused because that should have worked. Now I really don't know what's wrong. So I'm trying to remember exactly what I was doing. So I can actually go on GitHub desktop and I can see what the previous thing I had was, which is this palaver here. This is a real mess, so this is going to be very hard to look through. But before I had no caching whatsoever. But I know it does work with caching because I've had it cached before. Let's try not caching it, which I hate the idea of, but we're going to try it anyways. Let me just... So this is the render data here. Why? No, I just want the replaced model. I don't care about that stuff. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay, great. Get rid of that. And literally just put that in there. Okay, let's try that. Interesting. So that works now. So the caching is the issue. Huh. Very interesting. Okay, I might know why. I think I know why. The problem with fluid stacks is you can't use the equals method to check if they're equal. It just doesn't work. And I think because what I had before, right, is that I was doing like this dot fluid render data dot get on the fluid, and get is gonna effectively, not quite, but it's effectively going to check if this fluid is equal to what's in here. I know that's not quite how it works because it's a hash map, but that's still going to have the same problems. So, okay. Okay, you know what? It's fine, actually, because I don't think I can cache it anyways. Based on what I have planned in the future, I don't think I can cache it anyways. What I can cache is this baked model right here. I don't need to get this every single frame. That's completely unnecessary. So I will remove that. Okay, what I will do then. Hello, Daniel Smith. Welcome to the stream. So I will cache that. I'll do a baked model here. Can I do that? Maybe. My plan was to do this in the constructor anyways, actually. So, yeah, I can probably do that. That's probably fine. So now I can just remove that. And that will now use the baked model there. So at least that is cached. Everything else I don't think I can cache anyways. So that's irrelevant. Now I will just comment this back in because I think that's fine now. Oh no. Yeah, that's true. That's kind of why I cached it, actually, because I have to get the other textures of the other two fluid stacks, which is a problem because I don't really want to have to get those textures every single time. Although this isn't really that good either. So this code is going to be inefficient and I'm just going to have to deal with it. As much as it really pains me to do so, I'm not sure that I have a choice. So let's just use replaced model here. And I'm going to have to figure this out. So get the other two fluid stacks if they exist. So what does this do? That's not a thing. Is it? Is that a thing? No, that's not a thing. Copilot, you're insane. What I do want to do, I do want to get a list of resource locations, actually. That's not wrong. That's just not how you do it. So I'll do, and I actually already have the fluids, don't I? Because I sort them and filter them here. So I can actually use that. That's great. I'll stream, I'll map it. Yes, that's correct. Okay, fantastic. So that actually does work. At least in theory. I haven't tested any of this, so who knows if that works. Maybe we'll get around to that in this stream. Of course that's not going to work because of stupid lambdas. I hate lambdas. The fact that you can't hot swap lambdas. I mean, I understand it. I understand why you can't. But it's so annoying. It is the bane of my existence. I've had to restart the game so many times because of... Oh, what's wrong now? Oh. Oh, no. Wait, I don't need this anymore. I wrote a whole system to allow for update callbacks. And I don't need it anymore because I'm not caching the data. Right? Oh no, I guess I am. Actually, I will hold the fluid stacks in here. Private final list of fluid stack. Fluid stacks. I will do that because that way I can just keep track of it on the client. And if the server does some funky stuff, then that won't be an issue. So I do that. And then basically just instead of mapping through the fluid handler, I just map through this not fluids. And I don't need to map it to a fluid stack anymore. Okay, that makes that code a little bit better, actually. I can deal with that. And that's okay. That's okay. Oh, I need to move this. Otherwise that's going to break later. That needs to be there. Okay. You know, one thing I should do... No, never mind. Yeah, okay, that's something I need to fix as well. But we can talk about that another time. Because that will become an issue. Another big issue I am having is the way Minecraft renders things. Because their render order is absolutely scuffed. And if something is translucent, then it doesn't like to render things that are behind it. Which means I can't actually render the rotor. Or, yeah, it just doesn't render properly. Because it's going to be inside of the fluid. So I'm not sure how I'm going to fix that at this current moment. But that's a future me problem. So we're just going to ignore it for now. It's not a priority. That's all. Yeah, it's a classic Mojang moment. It really is. Actually, all of this is. I wouldn't have any of these problems if Mojang just, you know, did things the right way, you know. Now nothing's rendering. Lovely. Why? Did I do a goofy R? Hello? What did I do? Okay, let's change the position back. Here you go. Let's change that back to 0.05. I don't think that's related, but What? Second fluids. This dot fluid stacks dot stream. Oh, I wonder if... Let's do that. See what it says. Oh, what? The fluid is empty? Oh. Oh, what have I done? Okay, let's... Okay. Let's remove that code there. Let's remove the fluid stacks array. In fact, let's just... No, because I've done a lot of stuff before then. Okay, let's do what I had before. No, we need that, and then stream, and then map, multi-directional fluid tank get fluid. Okay, and didn't I do something somewhere else as well? No, I thought I did something somewhere else. But apparently not. Okay. Once this works, I will push to GitHub. And then we'll probably move on to something else because I don't want to work on shaders on stream because that will just be so slow. We'll never get anything done. I mean, maybe we can try. We can try and see if the shaders work. They almost certainly will not. But we can give it a go. There's no harm in doing that. Okay, here we go. Yay! It works again. Woo! It's a little bit janky with how it like moves up and down. Like you see they kind of Z-fight a little bit, but I'm not too worried about that. That's just kind of how these are ordered in here. If I do this, no, if I do, was it this way? There is a direction. Yeah, it causes them to be on this side. And when I do that, I'm pretty sure it doesn't render like that, which I can't see because the thing's in the way. Okay, they still kind of Z-fight, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay, that all works, which is great. So let's plonk that on GitHub. Okay. Man, this is so annoying because now I don't need this, and it's like, do I delete that, or am I going to need that later? I don't know. I'll probably need it later, which will make me mad if I delete it. I also don't want to commit the shader stuff, actually. Or do I? I might as well. Okay. Agitator renders fluids properly again. Whoopee. I have great commit names. Trust me. Okay, nice. That's done. Let's get this stupid print out of the way. Which I'm now going to commit that. Okay, fantastic. So let's do the horrible thing of trying to test this code here. Okay, so what I want to do is I need to make a recipe for it, right? So I need to make a recipe that takes in water, liquid superheated sodium, and lava. Yeah, let me just replace this back down so it's facing this way, because they have to be in the inputs, of course. Okay. Data, Industria, recipes, agitator, test recipe. Let's change the test recipe. So, we want to take in water, 500 of it, sure. We'll take in Minecraft lava. And once again, we'll just go 500. We'll keep it simple as possible. And I'll just copy paste this. And we'll say mechanism. I'm just going to assume it's like liquid superheated sodium. But I'll check. Liquid superheated sodium. Oh no, it's just superheated sodium. And we're going to output bone meal, sure, and water, sure. We'll output 250 water. Okay, fantastic. So let's see if we can reload. Nope, because once again, I need to turn cheats on. Okay. This needs to face this way. Maybe? Oh, I need to build, don't I? I think. I have to build? I think I have to build. I forget. What? Wait, hold up a minute. Okay, those are in the right places. Then I close and reopen, and now they're over here? That's not right. Right. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm going to write that down. Because I didn't know it did that. Whatever. Okay. Gonna find my Trello. We'll just put it on there. Okay. Let's see. So I guess it's a bug fix. Okay, here we go. Agitator. And how do I explain that? I think it's the way I'm doing it, because the way I have the module on here, it's using a map, I think, if I remember correctly. So it's a list of fluid tanks. But the fluid tanks have a set of no. I thought I used a map somewhere. Maybe not. I guess the issue is... No, I actually have no idea what the issue is. I have no idea. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm probably missing something important, but regardless, how do I explain that? I don't even know how to explain it to myself. When closing and reopening the GUI, the fluid order gets messed up, and my assumption is that's something to do with is this UI or functionality? I guess it's functionality. It will probably require a refactor, if I'm being honest with myself. So I'll put that in there as well. Did those get added? Yes, they did. I'll just put in the description. Oh, okay. Probably something to do with the fluid module having its order messed up. Hence the potential rewrite. I hope I don't have to rewrite anything, because it took me quite a while to get that fluid module stuff even working. Okay, fantastic. So what else are we going to do in this stream? That's a lovely question, and I don't have an answer for you. Actually, that's a lie. I do have an answer for you. So what we need to look at, or no, on second thought, let's open this. How do I do that? So I need to open the program diagrams.net. There we go. Open existing. Yes. Thank you, AG6, for reminding me about the thing that I didn't really want to mention. So here's the thing, everyone. Industria, the whole idea was that it's a tech mod. That's kind of that was the preface that I initially stated. However, well, actually, not however, because I do want to keep it as a tech mod, but my idea is kind of changing in how I want it to be. Rather than your traditional tech mod that can do really random stuff, I kind of want to make it a chemtech mod. So basically like what Turkey Chemistry was, but more focused around tech, kind of. We'll see exactly how that works and if it works or not. But I think it's a lot less interesting to have a tech mod that can just do random things, like interacting with nearby entities. Does anyone really want that? I don't think so. Would people rather make massive, really long production lines full of chemical elements? Probably. We'll see exactly how that works, but yeah. No, I will build a transport system of some kind. So, I'm not sure how I'm going to do it for items, actually. I'm probably just going to use conveyors. I think the idea of item pipes is okay. I think if I was to do it with item pipes, I would probably have to... I feel like I would have to implement some kind of pressure system. Otherwise, I think it would just feel too out of place for me. I'm not sure whether that's a good idea, though. Maybe that is a good idea to use pressure for it. But that makes it a lot more complicated to actually create in the first place. So I'm not sure right now. But there will be some kind of item, energy, fluid, maybe gas if I end up doing that. Heat, maybe. I don't know if I end up doing that. Who knows? I don't know what the full long term of this mod will be. So yeah, but it will come eventually. It's just not on my plans for any, for the foreseeable future, let's just say. Okay, so agitator is here. So the idea is that I would have completed the agitator before moving on to the next thing. However, I'm instead just going to move on. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. To the next thing, which is the distillation unit. The great thing about this is I've already implemented it before. Well, kind of. The way I did it before was actually kind of terrible. So I won't be using the code from it. But I have an idea of how I intend to do it. So that's going to be my plan for the rest of this stream, by the way. I want to get a distillation unit somewhat working. I don't think I'm going to need to render anything here, because that just wouldn't really make sense. I think it's going to be an enclosed system. There's not going to be a glass window like there is with the agitator. Yeah, it'll be closed off. So I'm not going to need to render anything. I'm probably not even going to render anything in the GUI, or at least not fluid-wise, because I don't think that's necessary. So, yeah, this should be fairly quick. It depends how complex I decide to go, but this should be fairly quick. So let's start doing that, shall we? I don't need to save anything, no. Okay, let's close this. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to push this to GitHub. Oh, I need to make these commits. Improve test agitator recipe. There we go. And I'll push that. So that is the agitator commit, or the agitator commits, I guess. I'm kind of tempted to do a new branch, but no, that shouldn't be necessary here. So, when I did this before, I called it a distillation... No, I called it a distiller, which is a dumb name. I'm just going to stick with a distillation unit. So, let's go block in it. Here we go. And where should we do this? Above or below these blocks? I think I'll keep it at the top with all the other quote-unquote machines. So public static final. Oh, IntelliJ, thank you. Registry object. We'll call it a distillation unit. Is that how you spell distillation? Maybe. Yes, it is. Oh, I called it a distillation tower, apparently. Oh, no, I didn't. That's what Immersive Petroleum calls it, apparently. Interesting. Anyways, distillation unit block. And, yep, Copilot will do the rest. Thank you. So let's create the block class. What do we want to extend? That's a great question. Just the normal, yeah. Nothing special. And import, please. Please. Oh, right, of course. Sure. But I want to import. Thank you. Fantastic. Okay. I mean, yeah, I do want those properties, but I don't want to reference it like that. That's kind of cringe. I'm just going to copy these. There we go. So we have the new block entity. That's fairly simple, of course. It's interesting. Copilot kind of knows what I want, but that's not quite right. It should know that I have a block entity in it. Yeah, there you go. Now it's got it. Is it going to know what I want for this method, though? Because I don't. No. It always tries to use this stupid create ticker helper. And I have no idea what it is, or where it comes from, or why it tries to use it, but that's never what I want it to do. I just want it to do that. There we go. I probably could make a helper for that, actually, but I'm not going to do that. And we need this. Why do you think this is a shader? This is obviously not a shader, IntelliJ. Block entity type. What is this color scheme? That is a lovely question. And I have no idea. I think this is the atom theme. So it's atom material icons. But the theme? Oh no, the theme is GitHub dark, dimmed. What's experiment? Oh. Yeah, that's okay actually, but no. High contrast? Ooh, that's kind of nice. Oh, but no, like this weird grey. I don't like that. GitHub light. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh god. See, one dark is nice. I thought I was using one dark, you know, but I actually like that way more. I should definitely stick with one dark, I think. But to answer your question, I was using GitHub dark, which is nice. Dracula is awful. I don't know why people use Dracula. It's just like, I just don't like this grey. It's horrible. What about just dark? Yeah, even just the default dark is way better than that. And I also hate the high contrast, but you know, I think that's not for me anyways. Yeah, I don't know why people use Dracula. It's not nice. Entity. Thank you. And Copilot do the rest? Yes, well done. Copilot does impress me sometimes. It's definitely gotten better. I've seen it very quickly improve recently. I'm not exactly sure how or why, but it's definitely gotten better. What's going on here? Alright, because I haven't created the class yet. That's fine, because we can do that. Here we go. So extends modular block entity. Nice. Constructor. Boom. Get rid of that, because that's jank and can't do that. Nice, nice, nice. And that should be public, shouldn't it? Yes. And has that worked for that? Yes. Yes. Lots of yeses. This is nice. Everything is working swimmingly. So what do we want in the distillation unit? So the input, I don't know why I closed that diagram, you know, because I kind of need to look at it. So here we go. There we go. I should also name this, but oh well. So, yeah, we're talking about the diluted formic acid here, which is a fluid, right? So the fluid should go in and it should output a fluid. And yeah, also something else. It should output the impure formic acid here, which apparently I forgot to put in there, but that's okay. Which is also a fluid? Question mark? I guess so. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, because formic acid is a fluid. Duh. Okay. So input fluid, output fluid. That's fine. Right. Not close that. I'm not going to close that because I need that. Here we go. Well, I don't need it, but regardless. That means I'm going to need... Oh, I am going to need to deal with fluids, though. Great. I don't really want to, but I guess I have to. I'm going to use a fluid module V2, actually. Where am I? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I want this to be a multi-block. Yeah, okay. I haven't designed any of my modules to work across multiple blocks. They're all designed so that they only work on the block that has this block entity. So I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to have inputs in certain places. I guess I would have to set that block that would have the input to its own block entity. Interesting. Interesting. I didn't think about this when I originally designed the whole module system because, well, I don't know why actually. Because in hindsight, it sounds like a fairly obvious thing to do. I think for now, I'm going to use a fluid module V2. That should be final. So I'm going to create it in the constructor. And in the future, I will make it work kind of for inputs in different places. But that's not really a priority, so yeah, I'm not going to do that now. Okay, now how do I make a fluid module V2? Do I use the constructor? Yes, I do. That's fantastic. Okay, and then a new multi-fluid tank, which takes in the fluid tanks. Yes, I have an API note, of course. So multi-fluid tank.builder. Thank you, past me. Oh, that's a, okay. That's fine. That's gonna force me to put in this, right? Really? Okay. I don't remember how I did this, so. There's a theme that tries to emulate the Eclipse default dark scheme? Is there? Like, an external theme or a... Yeah, there must be an external theme for that. I'm actually kind of intrigued now that you've mentioned it. No, I don't think there is. Or at least it doesn't... Oh, no, that's installed. Eclipse, there you go. Oh, there is. Eclipse theme. What about the dark mode, though? That's not dark, is it? Oh, here you go. Dark color scheme. Oh, there's lots of them. Interesting. I hate the Eclipse dark scheme. Why would people want that? That doesn't make sense, does it? Also, why do people like this solarized theme? I think it looks awful. It's not nice, is it? But yeah, I hate the Eclipse dark theme. I much prefer the Eclipse light theme. It's one of the only light themes that I can tolerate because it actually looks nice. Okay, we're going to say a tank 10,000. And we'll have another tank as well with also 10,000. Wait, how many tanks are we going to have? I guess that depends. It depends how many splits I want to have, right? So if I want to have... this is going to be very interesting, actually, because... Yeah, I really haven't designed any of this to work like this. You know, let's do the thing. Let's do the thing, everyone. We're gonna jump on paint, and I'm gonna show you what I'm aiming for here. So we're gonna grab a thingy. There you go. So this, no, let's this is the distillation tower, right? Great. So I can input, say, how am I going to do this? Okay, let's just go 20. Okay, I'm going to input, say, here, or actually you need to say, like, you input the bottom, don't you, in a distillation tower? I think. I kind of forgot how distillation works. I haven't done this in a very long time. I'm pretty sure you input the bottom and then it, like, depending on the heat is how much it evaporates, or not evaporates, but how much it rises. So, okay, I input at the bottom on the left side, for example, and then on the right side I might have an output here, I might have an output here, I might have an output here. And then depending on, you know, the temperature that's given down here, so, you know, temperature is how much it goes, you know, up here or up here. So if the temperature is low, then there's going to be a higher yield down here. If the temperature is like medium, then it will be more down here, but there'll be a little bit down here. And if the temperature is high, then there'll be a lot down here, a little bit down here, and a tiny bit down here. If I'm remembering correctly, someone, you know, might want to fact check that. But I'm pretty sure that's the rough idea of how it works. So, how I might want to design this is I might want this to be more modular, right? Instead of saying having 3 inputs, I might want to build it, I don't know, one higher. Okay, it's gone kind of thick, but that's okay. And, you know, I might want to have another one up here. And another one up here. You know? So I might want to do that. The issue with that is that means that yes, there's always going to be this one input here. Right, so there's always going to be... let's go a little bit bigger with the font here. And we'll just go a fancy color. I was going to say there's one input, but there's never going to be a defined number of outputs. So effectively, I guess I can have a certain number of outputs. So say I could have 8 outputs, but have a way to disable them depending on what it is. Because the thing is, even if this is, say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 high, the input might only be able to split into, I don't know, the first 3. So anything that comes out here is going to be the same as what's here. So, oh, hello. These 3, are the same. And so I can effectively have a max amount of tanks. So, I'm just going to increase this. We'll go from the bottom left. Let's go. Let's maintain the aspect ratio. Sure. No, we don't need to do that. Let's just increase the height here. 1000. So I could say that there is a maximum, an absolute maximum of, for example, 8 outputs. I can say a hard-coded thing, there's only ever going to be 8 outputs. And that way, if someone adds onto it, right? So let's turn this down a little bit. Someone adds onto it, 1, 2. There's now going to be 7. Okay, I can't actually fit 8 in here, but just imagine there's somehow another one in here. There'll be an output here, an output here. We'll just imagine there's another output here. So all of these will be the same. Okay, I keep having to switch between brush size. I don't think Paint is designed for this. So all of these ones are going to be the same. So there still only needs to be 8 tanks. But even if there's not the 8 tanks, even if there's just, even if you just get rid of that, there's still 5 here, but there will still be 8 tanks. It's just that you can't access, these 2. Because Wait, if I do that. No, how do I make it red? Red, please. It's yellow. Red, please. Okay, either way. Imagine this is red. Boom. Okay, great drawings with Turty. Okay. That's what I'm going to do then. There's only going to be 8 outputs, 1 input. And it will have to take in a heat as well. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. How am I going to say what... How am I going to say, like... To get it to this temperature, you do this. There's only a limited number of things you could put as a heat source, so I don't know how I'm going to do that. But that means I can create this. I can say... I can give 9 tanks here. So, did I actually make a thing to do that? I did, I'm so smart. So I can just say 9 with... For now, I'm just putting 10,000 for everything. But, you know, maybe in the future I might want to change that to something more reasonable. So there'll be 9 tanks with 10,000, even though the actual amount will depend. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's fine. I'm also going to need to add a multi-block module. Right, so private final multi-block module. Multi-block module. I actually always like to do that one first. Okay, got to remember how multi-blocks work, right? So I've got to register one. Yes, I do have to register one, don't I? Okay. This is the first multi-block. Wait, that's not... Is this the first multi-block? Huh. It is, I suppose. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Which isn't helpful because I don't remember how I do these. Wow. That's interesting. It remembered that I was working on the distillation unit. Huh. That's very interesting, actually. How did it remember that? I didn't think it could, remember things like that. That's pretty impressive, if you ask me. Is it going to know what to do here? What would be great is if it could now, look into this code, into the builder code, see the methods that are present here, and then autocomplete based on that information. That would be super cool. That would be epic. But that could also be very expensive. It probably doesn't have input that large, but still, it would be very cool. I don't remember how to do this, so I'm going to look at Turty Chemistry. Which do I have on my computer? No. I removed it, didn't I? I did. I removed it. Turty Chemistry is long gone. Long gone, my friends. I'm just joking. Here it is. Okay, so we'll look at the multi-blocks. So here was the clay alloy furnace. Okay, yeah, I remember. Okay, great. So we actually don't do a new multi-block builder. we do a new multi-block. And then we pass in a new... No, we don't. We pass in multi-block dot builder dot start. And then we say the aisles. So we'll start with... I don't know, actually. How do I want to design this to be? I guess just iron blocks? I guess for now it doesn't matter, does it? So, sure. We'll just say iron block, which you don't do like that. I don't know why I thought it was like that. It would be like that, and then like that. Trying to remember. Yeah, so that means that would be one high. Yeah. That would be one high. Like a 2x2, I suppose, of iron blocks. And then if I do the same again, and I guess, what do I want the minimum to be? I guess 3. Yeah, that does make sense. Copilot, please stop. So now I want to say, where I is iron block, but not like that. That's kind of cringe. Block state predicate. Block state predicate dot for block. Blocks dot iron block. Nope. Blocks dot iron block. Okay, fantastic. Now, making it just a pillar of iron blocks isn't great, actually. So maybe I'll make it 4 high, but the bottom can be something else. I know what I can do. What if I do 1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can just put A. Is that right? No, that's not right, is it? So my idea is there'll be a 4x4 base of iron, and then the middle blocks will be iron. No, this needs to be like that. And then, yes, like that. Like that and like that. Yes, okay. That's right. Did I miss an A? I don't think I missed an A. Did I? Possibly. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, A is air, but there's a easier way to do that, right? Yes. So block state base. Block state base, colon, is air. Nice. And then I need to finish. And then I can set the controller position. So dot controller. It doesn't really matter where I put the controller. But I will say yeah, I guess just for the sake of simplicity, let's put it at, oh, what the hell? We'll put it at 0, 0. And then, all right, 0, 0, 0. And then I specify the block state. Yes, I do. Okay. So block init distillation unit and the default block state. Fantastic. And then, yeah, I will need to specify like the use function. I'm just going to look at that. Is there anything fancy with it? No. Okay. I guess I can do that now. Sure. We'll say, so we only need the level, the position and the player, but I provide this function with more information than that. I first give it, block state level. So block state we can just get rid of, $0. And then interaction hand we don't care about. Hit result we don't care about. And the vec3, which I forgot what that is, but we don't care about it anyways. And then basically I can just call a static method. So distillation unit block .use and pass those in. So pass in the level, the position, and the player. Nice. So that's how I do my multi-blocks, which I think is fairly simple. It is a bit restrictive in hindsight. I would like to be able to make it a little bit more customizable, which I think I can probably do. I have no way to define like dynamic sizes, but they shouldn't be that hard. What am I currently working on? I am working on the distillation unit block, multi-block. Can I make this dynamic? Actually, let's have a look. The issue is it uses a block pattern to kind of do everything, which is final. But interesting. And that just gets that. I mean, this could definitely work. I just have to make these things mutable. Obviously, I'm not going to do that now because it might require a little bit of, jankiness. Okay, use method. Fantastic. So, I guess I will copy this. What Copilot's suggesting isn't really great, so I'm not going to do it that way. Okay, I'm going to say just the usual, I suppose. So if it's not client side, then we'll do this. If the level, block entity position is instance of the distillation unit block entity, we need to create the provider. I'm just going to copy paste this from something. Crusher Nope, that's the block entity. I want the crusher block. There we go. Boom. Player. Position. And then return a six-sided success. Nice. Fantastic. Oh, because I'm still using the crusher, so I need to do... actually, the interesting thing here is that I don't need a menu. Because I'm not going to have items, am I? Is there any reason that I might want to have items here? If I need items, then I'm going to need to make a menu. In terms of just future-proofing it, it's probably worth making a menu. I just can't think of anything in which I might need to add items. So I'm actually... Yeah, not everything needs a menu. I know that. But it's just if I need to have items in the future in this block, it's going to make it a lot simpler to do that now than to try and rewrite everything in the future to use a menu. But you know what? Okay, no, I'm not going to use a menu. So I'm going to check if it's client side instead then. And we'll do dist executor, unsafe run when on, just.client. And I think it's like that, right? And then I should really make some kind of client hooks or something. I haven't really designed anything for that at this current moment. So for now, I'll just do it in here, which I don't really want to do, but it will work. Why is it trying to use a crusher all of a sudden? I don't have any crusher code here, right? Oh, because I have imports for the crusher. That's why. It's too smart. It's too smart. Nice. That actually is exactly what I wanted. Nice. So screens. Let's create a screen. Oops, not that. I don't know what that is. Minecraft class. Why? Wait, what does that do? Interesting. That's kind of useless, though. Why would anyone want that? Okay. Class. Okay. Extends screen. Okay. Nice. Let's create the super. And that needs to be public. Okay. Do we need a title? No, we do not. But we need to create one in here. Yes. And then component.translatable. How do you do this? Yep, that's right, actually, isn't it? So screen dot Industria.modid dot distillation units. Nice. Why did it make this lowercase, bro? Why'd you do that? This needs to be the title. There we go. Nice. Let's create the basic stuff so that I can save me some time here. So I'll create a private final int. Oh, what? No. Final int. Image width and which will be 176, yes, and that will be 166, yes. And then I want some just normal ints for the left bars and the top bars. Nice. Okay, so we'll override the init method and set those. Boom, boom. And what am I missing? Oh, is pause screen. That's it. Let's try and remember what it was called. False. Okay, let's render. So what does the super do? Just renders the widgets? Yes, of course. So okay, interesting. So we're going to want to render the background first. Post stack, nice. And then I render the actual background. So set shader. Game renderer. Nice. Nice. What the hell? No. Stop that. And I also like to set the shader color. I don't think it's actually necessary, but I always do it. Yeah, I should probably stop doing that, to be honest. But nice, it actually did that for me. Copilot is definitely getting better. It's actually kind of impressive. I guess there's just more and more modding code that's going on GitHub over time, I suppose. Render tooltip. See, it even knows I want to render the tooltip, but that's not the right method. It's actually capital T, I think. No. Oh no, it's render hovered. No. It did have the right idea, but it's not actually not showing up for some reason. Is it render? No. Huh. Render. What? Render tooltip. Oh. Oh, right. Duh. I don't need to do that because for a screen, not a container screen. Yeah, forgot about that. Okay. Great. Is that it? Oh, hello. Anyways. Yeah, it's a container screen, so I don't need to do that. I feel like I need something else in the constructor, but I don't, do I? I'm so used to setting the image width and height in the constructor, but obviously I don't have to do that here because I can just define them up there. These could probably be constants, you know. Yeah, they probably should be constants, but I'm not going to make them constants because that just feels rude. Okay, that works, yes. Do you need the block entity? No. Well, will you need the block entity? No, I don't think so. I don't really know what I want the screen to look like. That's kind of an issue here. I kind of need to know what the screen is going to look like so that I can actually make the screen. Of course, duh. No, stop that. It's just that. Is it not just that? Oh, it needs to be a supplier. Oh, fantastic. I'm so smart sometimes. I feel like my old code is so much better than my new code. I used to write somewhat smart things. Now I do not. Okay, what do we need to do? Heat. How are we going to do heat? I don't know. I need to figure out how I'm going to do heat. I'm thinking... Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I think I'm going to have some kind of, like, heat block. Like, some kind of block that can turn maybe energy into heat. I don't really know what I would call that, though. What is a block that turns energy into heat? I would say an oven, but the idea is not to cook things. So, like the resistor in mech? I don't fucking know. What does the resistor do? I've never used that. Oh, the resistive heater. Yeah. Yeah, basically. Yeah, I guess so. See, I could say like, I could call it like a radiator, but that would imply that there's water, right? Radiators imply there's water, I think, don't they? Radiator. Definition. A thing that radiates, emits light, heat, or sound. An engine cooling device. No. Wait, no. Wait, yes. Ah, smart. I'll just call it an electric heater. It's pretty simple. I don't know why I didn't think of that. But yes, that will work. I'll just call it an electric heater. Okay, let's make that, I suppose. So we need another block. Not an item. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. PSF. Registry of... I should, like, make some kind of macro that can just kind of do the whole public static final registry objects, brackets, block thing. I don't know. It would be nice rather than having to just type that out every single time. Even if it's just up to this part here, that would still be very useful. Electric heater. Thank you. Making 2 blocks here in this stream. This is wild. He's gone wild. Implement entity block. Nope. Entity block. Thank you. Okay. Implement. Boom, boom. Does it need to tick? Yes, it does need to tick. Nice. 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 Has it remembered that from earlier? Wait, is that the exact same? 3.5, 3.5 metal, metal. 3.5, 3.5 metal, metal. It's actually remembering things. I'm genuinely impressed. It definitely did not used to do that. To an extent, I think that's good, but I also think that could be bad or not bad, but annoying in certain situations. No, I've got no kind of heat system, so I guess I'm going to have to do that. Because I have no system for gas either. The thing is, right, I think most mods that do heat, they use mechanism. But I feel like, does that mean you have to depend on mechanism? Or can I just depend on mechanism's API? I don't quite know how that works. Because I'm not sure how mechanism implements that. Stop trying to do a shader tracker. What are you on about, bro? Don't know why it keeps trying to do that. But no, I have no system for heat, so I don't know how I'm going to do that. I mean, it'll obviously be a capability, right? Yeah, I don't know. That's a future me problem. Well, actually, it's not really a future me problem, because I'm going to have to deal with it in about 20 seconds. So, I definitely do need to come up with some solution for it. Modular block entity. Okay, this will just be a single block. So it doesn't need to have a multi-block. Yeah, but it needs to have a heat. Okay, it needs to have an energy module, more importantly. Max energy. Come on, man. Nobody likes these rudimentary energy things. Come on. We're using capabilities. This is 2023. Is that right? No. Oh, just takes in this, and then that's probably right. No? Energy, capacity, max receive, max extract. That's jank. No, that's not going to work. We want a builder. New builder. There we go. And then I'll say the capacity 10,000, as I always like to do. What does that do in terms of the max receive and the max extract? Let's have a look at that. What does it set those to? 0? What? Really? Okay. I guess I have to set those too, huh? Sure. I don't want to be able to extract, actually, so we'll do max extract 0. Which actually, I guess, I mean, I don't need that then, do I? But max receive, 100, I guess. These are all sort of values that I'm definitely going to be changing later. And then I need a heat module. Okay. Final heat module. Heat module. Let's see what Copilot thinks it should look like. Come on, that's cheating. It's just copied the energy module. Even though, yeah, that's probably exactly how I would do it. But still, that's very cheaty. Okay, anyways. Let's look into Mechanism, just see how that API works. Because in no way do I want to depend on Mechanism. So if I have to do that, then this is not going to work how I want it to work. Okay, what mods have heat other than Mechanism? What mods use heat? Any kind of heat system for something. Can anyone think of any mods that do that? Because to be honest, I can't. I can't actually even think of any mods that have gases other than Mechanism, to be honest. Which is problematic, potentially. Did no mods have heat? Actually, let's look at how Mechanism does do heat. I want to know... So they do have an API. Heat. Interesting. Heat API. Is it a capability? No? Maybe? I actually don't know. It's kind of janky. Yeah, it is a capability. Okay. Hmm. Eye-sided heat handler. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I know what I can do. I can look into eye-sided heat handler and simply just search GitHub for implements eye-sided heat handler. Which I guess I can show you, actually. These are all just forks of mechanism. Great. Okay, what about just eye heat handler? Okay, this guy has, but is this using mechanism? Probably not. No, that's using their own API. I think they're going to struggle to find if anything actually is using a mechanism API. That's using their own. The thing is, if I use my own, it's not going to be compatible with mechanism. Or at least not unless I code that in somehow, which I have no idea how I would do that. So obviously that's mechanism. That's mechanism. That's mechanism. Oh, this guy's using it. This guy's using mechanism. So, okay. So how does this work? Does he depend on mechanism? And what version is this? 1.18, nice. So, here we go, repositories, fine. Okay, mechanism. Interesting, so this guy depends on mechanism. From what I'm understanding here. Which is out of the question, by the way. I'm absolutely not going to depend on mechanism. Unless I can just depend on their API. Which I don't think I can. Let's look at this. That's 1.9.4, but it might be relevant. Who knows? Okay. Just that guy getting shouted at. Classic, classic Forge Forums moment. Okay, there is literally nothing about the mechanism API. Can I find it on Gus Forge, maybe? Minecraft. Mods. Okay, mechanism. API? Question mark? I don't know how I don't know how it works. See, their README doesn't say anything about it. I don't think. It says how you can use it, obviously, with Mod Maven, which is fine and all. They don't have like a wiki. Oh no, they do have a wiki. Interesting. Does this tell me how to use it, though? No. It does not. This is also kind of blinding, you know. Yeah, they don't mention the API anywhere, which is not great. Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. Fuck you, mechanism. I'm just going to do this myself. I really should have put these in a folder. Can I do that? New folder. Fluid. And let's just create a new folder as well for heat. And then I can put these, which I need to sort out at some point, into there. Refactor. What's that going to break? Is that going to break anything? Hopefully not. Okay, let's create a heat module. Boom. Extends, I think. Capability module. iHeat handler. Yes. Okay. Is that right? No. Didn't think so. Didn't quite seem right. Okay, so iHeat handler, which is an interface. I hate this I convention, but I kind of have to use it because otherwise it's inconsistent with Forge. But Forge is inconsistent with Minecraft because Minecraft doesn't use it. It's just so annoying. I very much wish Forge did not use it. What does this have to... Okay, I have to implement some stuff. Question mark? Yes. Those. Okay, great. It doesn't like this. No interface expected here. Is this an interface? Yes. That's why. Okay, great. Now, how do I... how do you make capabilities? Kind of forgot. Do I have any capabilities? I do. How nice of me. You don't do capabilities like this anymore, do you? I think they changed them somewhat recently. I don't think you do it like that anymore. Do you think the Forge wiki will be updated? Probably not. Let's have a look. Okay, creating custom capabilities. Here we go. Maybe. Hey, it is updated. Wow. The wiki is updated, people. You hear that? You hear that? This is insane. This is insane news. The wiki has been updated. I am astonished. I'll have you know. Absolutely astonished. Oh, what the? What the hell? Wow. Wow, Copilot. Thank you? Question mark. That's a lot. And what is it to What is it doing? Okay. So I don't want these ones down here. These can go bye-byes. And I don't want anything internal because I don't know what that even means. And I do want a void set heat. Yeah, like that. I guess the rest of these are correct. Receive heat, extract heat. Good evening, August. Welcome to the stream. Extract heat. I guess there should also be... Wait, what? Get heat transfer rate? What does that even mean? Why? Okay, Copilot is going insane. I swear to God. Okay. Also, heat capacity and max heat. Like, hello? How are these not the exact same thing? Let's get rid of that one. What happened to Turty's chemistry? It went kapoof. It's gone. And it will not be coming back. Because... Do I want to say this? I don't know if I want to say this how I want to say it, but I'm going to say it anyways. In a way, Industria is replacing it. Industria will be the new Turty's chemistry. In a kind of. It's complicated. It will kind of replace it, but it won't quite. No, it's look. Industria kind of is just rebranded Turty Chemistry, but the whole philosophy is very different. Okay, it's not quite the same. But I had end goals for Turty Chemistry, which will definitely not be the end goal of Industria. My whole kind of end goal of Turty Chemistry was to have a Hadron Collider. That was kind of my end goal. And you'd be able to combine, elements to, make special elements. And it would be like a massive, 2,000 block structure was the idea, but that's definitely not the end goal of Industria. Not only because is it way too crazy, like it's completely too much, but also it's just not gonna work that way. My IntelliJ idea theme is the... I've already forgotten it. It was only 40 minutes ago. And I've already forgotten it. It is the One Dark Vivid, which you can get from the One Dark plugin. This One Dark Theme. That is the theme I'm using. For the heat handler, yeah, I guess I do need to make an implementation, don't I? Okay, sure. Heat handler. There we go. Implements heat handler. And let's implement the methods. Boom. So we want a private int heat, private final int max heat, private final int heat transfer rate. Okay, nice. So we'll do set heat first because it's the easiest. Copilot, please. No, okay, I'm typing it out, am I? Nope, I'm not typing it out because now it wants to work. Of course it does. Okay, let's make a constructor for this. And we'll also go like that. Heat transfer rate 0, sure. That doesn't really matter. I wanted more a constructor that also takes in a default heat. Not that I think I'm actually ever going to use that, but just kind of, you know, in theory, it might be something I want to do at some point. Let's also do set heat for, you know, if I want to validate this at some point, which is actually probably a good idea. I'm also considering, should heat be an integer or should it be a float? I don't know whether it's worth making it a whole number or not. No, whether it's worth making it a decimal or not. I guess it depends. Do I want to measure heat in Celsius, Kelvin, or Fahrenheit? Definitely not Fahrenheit, because that would be stupid, and anyone who uses Fahrenheit is stupid. I apologize. But Fahrenheit is stupid, and I think most people can agree on that. So I'm not going to use Fahrenheit. I probably should use Kelvin, because that's like the tech standard, I think. But I guess if I use Celsius or Kelvin, they would have to be a decimal either way. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna float this up. Make it float around. Float, 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 and float. Nice. Okay. Yeah, let's change that in here as well, of course. So, boom, boom, boom. I'm sure there was an easier way of doing that. I probably should have just find replaced. Yeah, this needs to be void. I don't know why I made that float. Nice. I guess I should validate the heat, right? So, should we do Kelvin or Celsius? Kelvin or Celsius? Let's do Kelvin. No, because if I'm going to do Kelvin, then let me just Google something. Okay. Okay, the thing is, Kelvin can't be less than 0, right? But Java doesn't have like an unsigned float. So if I really want to make the most of space, I should really just use Celsius, I think. But I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. Actually, I think debating this is absolutely useless, isn't it? Because I'm never really going to have something that's 0 Kelvin, and I'm never going to have something that's, you know, 500 million Kelvin. It's just not going to happen. So I think it's just safe to say this is Kelvin. Okay, this is Kelvin. Let's API note this or something. Here we go. We'll do it on here. Sure, thank you. No, do you not want to? There you go. API note. Okay. Shut up, Copilot. That's not true. Why would that ever be true? That's so dumb. The temperature values or the heat values are measured in Kelvin. Kelvin's a great guy. Probably. I actually don't know. I'm sure Kelvin is actually named after someone called Kelvin, so I probably shouldn't say he's a great guy without checking who he is. But we'll just hope he's a great guy, you know, because Kelvin's a great name. I love the name Kelvin. I don't know why. It's just pretty cool. But I guess I should do validation then, right? So I should just check that, you know, heat is not... If heat is less than 0, then that's not going to work. So heat is 0. And if it's greater than the max heat, yes, we can do that. Thank you. Yeah, okay. And I guess I can also... Yeah, I can just clamp this actually, can't I? Rather than doing this if statement. So, I think Mojang has a, or Mojang, right? It's kind of cringe, but I guess I should do that. This dot heat. Nice. Okay. Simple. No complicated rubbish. Let's also, just for the sake of being cool, can interfaces have final methods? Like, can I say default final float get as Celsius? Oh, if I could spell Celsius. Can you do that? You can't do that. Really? Interesting. I would like to be able to do that. I guess it makes sense that you can't do that. But it would also be kind of nice. Instead, I can just make it static. Well, no, because if I'm going to make it static, then it's just pointless, isn't it? Have I spelt Celsius wrong? I've spelt Celsius wrong, haven't I? Celsius. Yes, I have spelt it wrong. It's L. It's S. Interesting. I didn't think it was S, actually. I never would have guessed it was S. Who knew? Well, I'm sure lots of people knew, but still. Also, we need to get it as Fahrenheit. Is that correct? I don't know. They tried to make me memorize the equation for Celsius to Fahrenheit in college. I don't really know why. It wasn't even remotely related to the course. And I never memorized it. But... okay, what's the equation here? Interesting. So why? No, don't do that. Get as Celsius times 1.8. Is that right? Well, it's times 9 divided by 5. apparently. Plus 32. That is indeed what Google says. I think the fact that, like, Fahrenheit, I think almost everyone can agree on Fahrenheit being dumb. Like, being just a dumb unit of measurement for temperature. I think everyone can agree on that. Even Americans, surely. Even they can agree that it's dumb. Because it is. It's dumb. I like Celsius. I like the fact that I can easily remember water freezes at 0, boils at 100. Easy. Everyone remembers that. With Fahrenheit, you have to remember, oh yeah, water freezes at 28.2 or something like that. I actually don't know, but it's something like that. And it's done. How do you remember that? You can't remember that. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked, as I always seem to do, somehow. Every single time. Every single goddamn time. Okay, Copilot, can you do this for me, please? You can do that. Yes, well done. You can do that. Yes, well done. And that, yes. Now, can you do this? No. Lovely. Okay. That's fine. Int... What? No, I want leftover. Okay, sure. If it's not simulate, then it does that. Yes. But I don't want to do that. I just want to set heat, right? So set heat. Just got heat plus heat. No. No, I don't want to do that. That's not right. Oh no, I guess that is right, because I'm already... Because this will clamp it anyways, won't it? No, it won't clamp. Yes, it will clamp it. So... Okay. I guess that's fine. So what does this do? What? So leftover is greater than 0. Right. But can't I just return leftover? Can I do that? Maybe? Okay, I actually hate Copilot. As much as I've been praising it, I hate it because it gets me confused. So I'm going to turn it off. Oh. What? But don't tell me you're not bloody logged in. You're literally... Like, what do you mean? Like, it's... Okay, anyways. Disable completions. Okay, if I write this myself, I'll understand it. But when Copilot does it for me, I just get confused. So, first of all, we want to get the leftover. Yes, that is what I want to do. But I want to do that with math. Why did Minecraft have to call it muff? This is kind of silly. You could have called it like maths, not muff. It's dumb. Anyways, clamp. I'll clamp it between 0. You know what I should do? I should have like this, but it should take in a simulate. That'd be nice. But I'm not going to do that. No, I don't want to... No, stop. Okay, I want to take in the heat. And I want to clamp that between 0 and... I guess, no. It should be this dot heat plus heat. Oh, what the hell? And then it should take in the max heat. I don't know why I made that an int. That should not be an int. Thank you. Now, if we are not simulating, then we set heat to heat. No. I've just done it again. This dot heat plus heat. Then I can just return leftover. Is that right? Maybe. What does this do? Okay, so we're taking in a max transfer. So there's a max transfer rate. So instead of clamping... Okay, yeah, I see. So we'll clamp it at the minimum between the max heat and the max transfer. Fine, I can do that. You see, that's easy. So leftover equal muff dot clamp. Okay, this dot heat plus heat 0 math dot min this dot max heat and max transfer. Yes, it's the exact same thing Copilot just wrote, but now I've wrote it so I understand it. You see? So if not simulate, then we set the heat to this dot heat plus heat. No. No. Wait. 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 That's not right. And that makes me think this isn't right. Because this isn't what's left over, is it? This is how much it's gonna receive. Yeah, this is how much it's gonna receive. This isn't what's left over. And this should return, if I remember correctly, what's left over. Not... Or does it? Does it? I think it does. So, this should actually be heat negative that. And this should also be heat negative that. So this shouldn't be the heat. This should be... I guess just heat negative leftover? Or, no, the other way around, right? Leftover plus heat. Is that right? Let's play someone down with it if this is right. I feel like I'm being stupid. Because I don't think this is right. Actually, I'm interested. What would Copilot say for these? Like, how would it say? Let's see, actually. How do I do this without it just trying to copy this? Okay, if I remove... Okay, let's remove that. Do it like that. Let's see what Copilot does. So, new heat is heat plus heat. If new heat is greater than this dot heat... Okay, I mean, yes, but also I'd rather it just uses set heat rather than tries to calculate that itself. Okay, so let's ask it to use set heat to see the, if I could spell receive properly, even though I don't think Copilot cares, but have I spelled that wrong again? I don't know, who cares? I have. That was actually right the first time, wasn't it? Bruh. To receive the heat. And then return what is left over. Let's see what Copilot does. Heat received. Okay. And then what? If not, simulate. Right, well, that's not using set heat, is it, you idiot? I literally told you to use set heat, and you're not using set heat. Okay, so now let's compare that to what I had. So, like that. So I had the leftover here, which is clamping the heat. Oh, I see. Yeah, that does make sense, actually. That does make more sense. To actually clamp the heat itself, rather than... Yeah, okay. That does make sense. I get you, Copilot. I get ya. And then it does this dot heat plus... wait. Yeah, that's how much it receives, though. So I still do need this dot heat negative that. Right. And then, you know, why am I doing this? Why am I doing... I've already done this in a way that I know works. And yet I'm just doing it again. I already implemented it in multi-fluid tank. And it's basically exactly the same, right? If I just move this to my other monitor, I'm pretty sure it's going to be exactly the same. So I just grab int received is equals 0. Okay, no, because I actually wrote this to work for multiple tanks, as is in the name. So yeah, that's not gonna work. But I need to copy this from somewhere because it's gonna save me time. Otherwise, this is just gonna take me forever to figure out this dumb, easy, stupid math. Let's copy it from energy handler. What does Minecraft? No, what does Forge call that? Energy handler? Energy something? Why have I forgotten what they call it? I've gone completely blank on what Forge calls their energy thing. So I know they have the iEnergy handler, right? Wait, what? Bro, I've completely just blanked on how Forge does energy. Let's see what I use in here. Energy storage. Oh, of course. Duh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I can't believe I forgot what that was called. That's the issue with having a library that does everything for you, is that you forget what the stuff is called. Okay, so I guess that's actually right. It would do that, wouldn't it? It would just receive heat with the max transfer, and the max transfer is going to be this.max heat. So that's actually right. I will do that, actually. Thank you. So, int heat received is equal math.clamp. I'm just copying Forge here because I think they know what they're doing. This not max heat negative. Wait. What is it trying to do here? Receive energy. Wait, Forge doesn't let you... Huh. Forge only lets you... Okay, that's actually very interesting. Forge doesn't let you say how much energy you want to receive. Forge only lets you specify the maximum amount of receive. Wait, that doesn't make sense though, because... Okay, no, their variables are just named weirdly. That's all. That's all. That's why it's weird. They have really weirdly named variables. So I want to clamp the heat. And I want to clamp that with... zero. And... Or no. Wait, they do it really weirdly too, though. They do it super weirdly. What the fuck? I'm just going to use what Copilot gives me. God damn it. God damn it. I've fallen into the hands of Copilot again. No, because Copilot's giving me... Copilot's giving me what it's received. I want to find out... not what it's received. I want to find out... heat negative what it was received. Okay. This is basic math and I'm failing at it. We're all failing at it. Copilot, me, and Forge. We're all failing at this basic math. Is this right? Is it done that right? Yes. No, because I want to use set heat, god damn it. I want to use set heat. How can I use set heat? I just do this. Like that. I can do that here as well. Set heat. Like that. I'm not sure that works, to be honest. I feel like Copilot hasn't quite done that right. But there's only one way to find out, am I right? Only one way. And that is to... well, first of all, actually, I need to do the capability, don't I? And attaching. Okay. So I need to register it. So let's go to the... Where's it gone? Heat. Here we go. iHeat handler. And apparently, the way you do this nowadays is using auto register capability. I don't like that. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, to be honest. I mean, yeah, it makes it simpler, but I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. Okay. And I also need a provider, right? So I need to make a provider. So let's do a new class. Heat provider. And that implements iCapability provider. And also iNBT serializable. Compound tag? Yeah, I guess so. Sure. Let's implement. Do I need... Which one do I need? Yeah, that one. Sure. And does this need a constructor? Nope. Okay, nice. But it does need an identifier. So private static final resource location ID. It's actually very interesting how it knows, you know, something as simple as knowing that I'm working on Industria and then to put that as the mod ID. I think that's impressive. I mean, yeah, it's not using Industria.mod ID, but that's just because people on GitHub have bad code that also doesn't use their constants. So I don't blame it for that part. But still, I think that's impressive. Heat handler, and I just need to do a new heat handler. Okay, I don't think my code is correct. Is it? Let me look at my because I have a capability for research. Here you go, capability. So I have my provider here. Okay, and this is the actual capability. So this isn't... Okay, wait. Okay, I mean, yeah, I should do that, but I'm not going to touch that. So I need to have a provider. That's fine, right? Wait, do I need to have a provider? Wait, I don't need to have a provider, do I? Because... No, I do need to have a provider, but I don't need... I don't need to have like a specific provider like this, do I? I think I can just make my heat handler be a provider, can't I? I think. And NBT serialize. Oh, compound tag. I think I can do that. So I need the lazy. let me see. Does Forge have a like energy storage provider or anything? Forge energy storage. No energy storage. So this implements IMBT serializable. Is this a provider? No. Interesting. Like, there doesn't need to be a provider, does there? Yeah, okay, the provider is an optional component of the capability. Okay. Yes. So you don't need a provider. But this does need to be serializable, though. So let's get rid of this jankiness here. Okay. Let me get rid of the provider then. Goodbye. Boom. Okay, and get rid of that. No, I don't want to return null. Can you not do that? This also doesn't need to be a no, this doesn't need to be a compound tag. This shouldn't just be a float tag. Or at least I assume that's how it works. Right. Float tag. Float tag. Boom. 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 Nice. Can you do anything other than get it as a float? You can. Interesting. That's fancy. I guess makes sense. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. So that's that. And that's that. So that takes in a heat handler. That should actually take in an I heat handler. No, it shouldn't. That's a lie, because I need it to be serializable. I guess actually I can just make this implements or extends, IMBT serializable. In which case, yeah, I guess it should be a compound tag. Just in case. I don't know. For whatever reason, some implementation wanted something more than just storing heat. Which I don't intend, but who knows? Nice. So if I just do that. Also, I hate that being lowercase. Not cool. Okay, there you go. And then I can just remove that. Boom. Nice. Close that because I don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. Nice, don't need that anymore. So now this can take in an I heat handler instead of requiring the full thing. And then all I have to do, return the instance there, return the capability there, which I don't have. How, when I'm registering a capability like that, how can I get the capability? That's a good question. Obtaining a capability. Here we go. Capability can be obtained at any time using capability manager get. Okay, this takes in a token. Okay. So let's come into here, I suppose, and just make it in here. Static final. I don't need to make it public, do I? That's true. Static final. This should be a capability. iHeat handler capability is equal capability manager dot get a new capability token. We analyze with the item handler capability. This does not mean the capability is accessible or registered. Interesting. So I actually can't make this final because Forge autofills it. And it also needs to be like that, which is kind of janky. This doesn't need to be static either, that's true. Thank you, IntelliJ. So can I just do that? I guess so. I mean, yeah, I guess. It's kind of weird. I guess I can do it. Let's just inlines, or not inline, but put some of these together. Yeah, I guess those can. No, that's going to annoy me. Don't do that. Okay, and then invalidate. For that, I need a lazy optional. So that can be protected, I guess. Lazy optional. I'll just call that lazy. Just lazy. I'm lazy. I should be a lazy optional. How do I deserialize it? I can just do this handler dot serialize. Yes, that does work. No. Yeah, that's fine. Wait. Wait. Actually, how am I implementing that again? Because I changed it, didn't I? Yeah, so I do call it heat, like that. I guess I can just do... Just call this, like, value. It's kind of janky. But that means I can then call this heat, which doesn't make me too mad. I think that's probably fine. Okay, what I do want is a builder, though. So, I also do want that, yes. And that, yes. No, I don't want that. But I do want a builder. So, public static final class builder. So I want a private final modular block entity. I want a capacity, max receive, max extract, temperature. No, that's not right. I don't have that. Maybe I should have that, but I don't have that. So what do I have? It's just I already forgot. Let me see. So I have heat, max heat, and the max transfer rate. Okay. So int I guess I'll just call it default heat, max heat, and the heat transfer rate. There we go. So then I'll do that. So I'll do default heat, max heat, heat transfer rate, and then build it like that. And then I can do that, but I will also just have a builder. Block entity, and then I can just make a new handler, so a new heat handler, which takes that. No, I want the transfer rate. Okay, I believe this will work. Let me just do that. Wait, You know, this doesn't need the block entity, does it? Does it? Like, God, I've lost it. Damn it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Does this need the block entity? Interesting dilemma here, hey? The thing is, deserialize. Okay, that does need the block entity, but this doesn't, because this doesn't use the block. Although I do want to have some kind of update method or something. So actually, I will keep. No, I don't need it. I don't need it. Because if I want it to have a update listener, I don't need the block entity for that. Yeah, so I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. Okay, and I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. Oh. Oh, that just calls it with a new heat handler. Okay. In that case, I don't need that either. Great. Okay. Okay. Nice. Right, but I want to have some kind of update function. So I will have... let's go with a protected final. We'll take in a consumer of... actually, I kind of want, like, some kind of double consumer. Does Java have a thing for that? They do, don't they? Actually, yes, by consumer. Of course, I almost forgot. I'll just take that with 2 floats. On heat changed. Okay, by default, I will say this dot on heat changed, and that'll just be nothing. But I'll have an overload. That can just call this handler. No, it can't do that because this one needs to call this one. There we go. We can just do that and that. Nice. This one should really go before this one. Otherwise that will annoy me. And let's also plonk that in here. Put a private float. Nice. And then I will set this by default actually to that. And then that means I can plonk it in here. Okay, now I can handle change if I ever want to do that. Right now, I don't see myself doing that, but it's more in the future if I need it for block entity renderers. That's when I would need that. But for now, that's fine. I don't need it. Okay, let's define some things here. So let's first say the max heat, right? I don't know, what's a good maximum temperature? I guess just whatever the max temperature of iron is, but I probably won't have it be iron eventually. Let's just say kind of I don't know actually. I'm gonna do like, if I say 1500 C maybe, or is that like, I don't know. For now, I'll set it like 2000 C. Who cares, right? That's this number in Kelvin. The default heat. We don't want it to be 0. Actually, that is very important. We don't want it to be 0. We want it to be like room temperature in Kelvin. Which is about 300. And then the heat transfer rate, no, we don't need to worry about. Oh yeah, we do need to worry about that. Okay, I'll just set that to, I guess that doesn't really, okay. I'm not so sure about this actually, but we'll see. Hello? Wait, why does this need the block entity? Oh. 'Tis a good point. 'Tis a good point. So the reason the energy module has the block entity is because of the updating, because I can handle the updating automatically. That is a good point. So actually I will do that. So I'll do that here. Module block entity. We'll have a protected final module block entity. Okay. Nice. Okay, block entity. Now by default, when I set on heat changed, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to say old new, and I'll keep that on heat changed there. But what I'm going to do is this block entity dot update. There we go. Okay. So that means it's always doing that. And then I need to put that in. No, because I'm not doing that in the builder, am I? Okay. But what I do want to do, I do have an error here actually, don't I? Right, because yeah, right, of course that doesn't work, does it? So actually, while I won't have that builder method. I will instead copy this, and I'll then take a builder here. Builder. And I'll just do that. I'll first do the builder dot max heat. No. I need to do the heat handler from the builder, don't I? So builder.max, builder.transfer rate, and the builder.default heat. And then I want builder.onHeat changed, like that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I can get rid of that. And that will work now. Now, just for testings, I do need to sync this first of all. So let's do that. Let's do, I always forget how I did this. I think it's just read and write something. Here you go, read sync data. How did I do this? Start off D-series. So it doesn't like that because that requires, yeah, of course. Of course. So what I have to do, I have to say compound tag. This dot energy module deserialize this, and then wait. Oh yeah, compound tag. Duh. Hello, Lone Wolf. How's it going? Nice. Copilot knows. Copilot knows the way. I'm doing pretty good, I suppose. Well, I'm only doing good if this works. But, and big butts, because we all like big butts. But this might not work. We'll have to see. There's only one way to find out, and I'm not near that point yet. Actually, I am near that point. In fact, I'm very close to that point, aren't I? So this doesn't need a menu. Right now, I'm making an electric heater, like the mechanism thing, the resistive heater, like that. That's what I'm doing right now. So I need to check if it's client side. And then after that, or what I was originally working on, which I have now started this, is the distillation unit. But that's kind of in the background thing for now, until I get the electric heater first, because I need heat. Things need to get hot and steamy in here. So I check if it's client side, and then I just check if it's the block entity, right? P level dot get block entity. P pause. Oh, is it going to do it for me? Kind of. It's not far off. It's always very close, but not quite there. Copilot just doesn't quite manage it. Disk.client, yes, and then we do the nice, good old double supplier. Or it's actually double lambda, but regardless. What the hell? Minecraft. Get instance. Set screen. New. Electric heater. Electric heater. Screen. There you go. I actually do need the block entity this time, so that's nice. You know, I do rely on Copilot too much. No, actually, I don't. I can code fine without Copilot, but it does just save time. Like, there's no reason I wouldn't use Copilot. If I can, I'm going to, you know? That's just how it is. Because it just does save time. Like, have you seen the statistics they've released recently on GitHub for GitHub Copilot X? They said that, I think it was like 43% of all new code is written by GitHub Copilot. Of all new code written by GitHub Copilot. Like, that's kind of insane. I'm losing it. Okay, there we go. And it's meant to be, what, like, I think it was 55% more efficient is the numbers they've come to use Copilot. I don't know. You know when that becomes the issue? That becomes the issue when Copilot is writing more code than you are. Because when that's when that happens, that's when shit's gonna get recursive. Because then we're just gonna end up with Copilot will write bad code, and then it's just gonna use its own bad code to write more bad code. Which I guess to an extent it's already doing. But it's just not quite over that threshold of out of controlness. Oops. No, don't do that. Oh god, what's happening here? Don't do that either. I think Copilot can become an issue. Or will become an issue potentially at some point in the future. But we'll see. Image width, image height, thank you. We want the left pause. It's fun to try and write faster than Copilot, though, I must admit. That's a very enjoyable... Yeah, I can't do it for things like that, but it's a very enjoyable thing to try and do. We want render. Nice. We render the background. Boom. No. Damn it. Things like that is what messes you up. And then it goes slower. No, god damn it. Set shader. No. Set shade. No. Bruh. Why did it just do that? Okay, I'm failing at keyboard moments here. Get position texture shader. Set texture. Okay, no. Set the color, please. Set color? Yes. Okay, and then I don't need to render anything because I don't have a tooltip. Sexy. Nice, that works, I do need an energy widget, actually. So this, add renderable widget. A new energy widget. Widgets.builder, apparently. Okay, that takes the X and Y. So we'll do this .left pos. I generally like to go +8. I don't really know why. But it just seems like a nice number. For the top pause, I go +12. Once again, I don't know why. For the width, yep, 16 is fine. Height, 60, sure, that's fine. What do I need to do here. Okay, the color is default, is it not? Do I have to specify the color? I kind of forgot how I coded it. Let's see. The agitator should tell me. Oh no, the agitator doesn't have energy? I haven't done energy for the agitator. That's interesting. I need to do that. Okay, I don't need to specify the color and the gradient. Because I guess I've already done that. Have I done that? So tooltip, true. Draw border, true. Yes, I've already done that. I've already set the gradient here. Let's go. I'm so pro. Anyways. So do I need to do anything? Oh, I need to do the energy storage. So desktop block entity. Oh no, that's not going to work. It's energy module. No, I guess I can do get energy storage dot build. I just need to create that method. Can I please, IntelliJ? No? Am I making it manually? Wait. Oh, it doesn't want okay. It doesn't want a supplier. That's why it's not happy with me. Storage. Okay, there we go. Now you can create the method, yeah? Let's go. No? Hello? Get capability instance. There you go. There you go. What do you need? This. Oh, okay. Nice. Nice, boys. We're getting somewhere. Okay, so that can render the energy, which is great. Now I need to add some kind of heat widget, question mark. Hello, Spicy Lemon 2623. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I need a heat widget, don't I? So, I guess I could just make a progress widget for that. Or, no. I was going to do something really janky. But that's probably not a good idea. What widgets do I even have? I kind of forgot. Let's have a look. Dirty lib. Dirty lib. Okay, let's see. UI components. So animatable textures, bar charts, energy, entity, fluid, information, line graph, number, pop out, progress bar, progress widget, toggle, textures, world preview. Okay. I guess just a progress widget? How does this work? Is this the same as a progress bar? What's the difference? Oh, progress widget. Okay, progress widget is the frame one. That's what I use for the crusher. So this is the one I want, a progress bar widget. But this doesn't have gradients. Oh my god. This is disgraceful. I'm not using gradients. Can you believe it? I can't have my pink and blue socks. Gradient. Question mark. Anyways. Add renderable widget. Progress bar widget. Okay, what do you take? No, that's kind of janky. This dot left pos will go plus. So for plus 8 on the first one, it's got a width of 16, we'll go plus 32. I don't know. Top pos plus 12, that's fine. 1660, that's fine. Fill X and fill Y. What? What do you mean? Surely that should just be the exact same thing as the width and the height. Fill X and fill Y. Yeah, I just want that to be the same as the... What? Okay. Fine. Sure. So we'll do the top pos plus 12, 16, 60. Here's the left pos plus 32. Top pos 16, 6. Top pos 12, 16, 60. Yes, that's right. Okay, that's right. That's right. What's going on here? What do you want? The progress and the max progress. Interesting. Yeah, I do need to do that, don't I? Okay. Interesting. I guess that's fine. Let's just add a getter for the heat module. And then we can just do this dot block entity. Oh, what the hell? This dot block entity dot get heat module dot get capability instance dot get get heat, because we want Kelvin, right? And then we want the max heat. Is that too many brackets? Wait, why isn't it like that? Oh, bugger. Okay, I guess that's fine, actually. We can convert these to integers, because displaying in a GUI, it doesn't really matter whether it's a float or an integer. Especially when we're talking about something between, 0 and what did I set it to? 2000 Kelvin? No. Yes, 2500 Kelvin or something, didn't I? 2273 Kelvin. So on that range, I don't think a float really matters. So yeah, that's fine. What's going on here? Why are we complaining? Oh, because I haven't returned anything. Duh. I did success. Level is client side. Nice. So that's done. We can get rid of that. Okay, what's going on in here? Anything fancy? So that's added. That's added. Nice. That's done. Okay. Distillation unit. Here we go. Okay, no. Actually, before we do that, we need to actually do some logic in the electric heater. Tick. Okay. So, if it's client-side return, whatever, I'll just check also distill level is not equal to null. Nice. Okay. So, what we want to do is we want to use the energy to add heat. But the thing is, this is going to be... Okay. It's going to be exponential, right? I mean, this is thermodynamics right here. I have not learned about thermodynamics, so we'll hope so. But I think it's exponential. I think the higher the heat you want, the more energy it's going to require... No, that's not going to be exponential. That doesn't make sense. It's probably like... just like 2n or something. That's probably what I'll use for now. And then... I don't think ChatGPT is going to be able to give me a specific answer. Because I think it depends on like a lot of things. Like, I think it would depend how exactly I'm converting the heat into energy, right? Or no, how I'm converting the energy into heat. You know, if it's going through water to convert it to steam, for example, then some of the energy is going to dissipate. And like, I don't think there is an exact equation here that I can just plonk in. You know, this is where I need Ilya. Need to steal him. Take him away from his friends and get him to come and help me with thermodynamics. But it's fine. You know, let's ask ChatGPT, shall we? Let's see what ChatGPT has to say. I have to log in again. God damn it! I hate that I have to do this every so often. And I always forget what account I log in with. Is it this one? No, that's sign up. God damn it. Okay, here we go. So it's this one. Okay. Okay, here we go. ChatGPT. So, the problem is I don't even know how to phrase this question. So, no, I'm not going to give you my ChatGPT account. Just make a new Google account in a different country and it'll work. Easy dubs. Because it just uses Google. Or at least I assume it uses Google because my account is Google. No, I don't have Pro yet. Well, it's actually Plus, but it's $20 a month though. That's expensive, bro. It's expensive. Anyways, give me thermodynamics equation. What? Okay, let's read this. The change in internal energy in a closed system is equal to the heat added to the system minus... Okay, no. Let me try and ask exactly what I want here. So, if I am converting heat to energy, how much energy would it require to increase by 1 Kelvin, I guess, would be a good... Okay, the amount of energy required to increase the temperature of a substance by 1 Kelvin depends on... Yeah, of course, it depends on the specific... I kind of knew it was going to say that. Okay, I'm going to say for water, because realistically, the only way you're going to be able to heat something is with water. I mean, not really, but we'll just say with water. Okay, if I am converting heat to energy, how much would it require to increase by 1 Kelvin for water? Okay. So that means to increase the temperature of 1 gram of water, which is cringe, by 1 Kelvin, it will require 4.118 joules of energy. Oh. Right, okay. If you're converting heat to energy... No, I'm not converting heat to energy. Get out of here. I'm converting energy to heat. Okay, so basically, it's going to require 4 RF per 1 Kelvin. So, okay, so my times 2 was, would have been fairly forgiving, huh? But so we're timesing by 4, or times 4.18, but obviously we can't have decimal energy, so that doesn't really make sense. Okay, fine. So, let's do, okay, so int energy is equal the energy stored. Okay. And then we're just going to say things we want this to happen per tick. So should it just consume... No, 4 RF per 1 Kelvin. Okay. Interesting. So I guess I just used the transfer rate, right? So int transfer rate. No, not that. I guess I can clamp. Yeah, RF and FE are exactly the same thing. Redstone flux and forge energy. Actually, I don't think they used to be the same thing, right? I think they technically used to be different things, but now they're just the same thing. I don't know if they had different equations, but I remember that. Pretty sure they used to be something different. Also, redstone flux is kind of a cringe name, but so is FE, because that just doesn't make sense. But, you know, regardless, I'm going to clamp. What am I clamping? See, what am I clamping? No, I just want the min. Yeah, I want the min. I don't want to clamp anything. So I want to clamp the heat transfer rate with the energy module. Wait, I thought energy had a max receive. Wait. Wait a minute. Yeah, there is. Don't tell me I can't get the max received. Please, Forge. Please. Oh my god, you can't get that? Bro. I mean, FE would make sense on Fabric. Instead of Forge energy, it's just Fabric energy. You know? It wouldn't work on Quilt, though. Unless you have QE. You know, which would be extremely cringe. Quilt's already cringe enough, but, you know. That's taking it to a whole nother level. Okay, so we can't get the bloody max I hate Forge so much, you know? I really do. You know, it wouldn't work for brass either. That would have to be BE. Brass energy. Oh yeah. Not that brass is ever going to have any kind of energy system, because it's never going to get that far. But regardless. Bro, the fact that I can't just... Yeah. Well, I guess I could, right? I could say, I could say extract energy integer dot max value, and if I simulate it, that will actually give me the max extraction value. So it doesn't like that because that needs to be an integer, so make that a float. But that actually would work, right? If I just... So this is the heat transfer rate. If I times this by 4.13 F, I guess, because always moan moment. Then that's going to be getting the... Yeah, I think that's right. And then that way, I'm basically going to consume the minimum of the energy times 4.13 and the transfer rate. Is that right? Because that's how much energy it's going to cost. So no. That's not right. So I need to say this dot energy module dot no, not dot get instance. Then I need to extract energy. And I need to extract the transfer rate. And that basically gives me how much energy is used, which I can then convert to heat by dividing by 4.13. Okay. So int, or I guess I'll make it a float so that I can divide by 4.13. So float energy consumed is equal that, right? That'll give me the energy consumed. Yes, okay. So then I just... heat added is that. So then I can say this dot get heat module, or this dot heat module, I should say, this dot heat module dot get capability instance dot heat, or receive heat. Heat added, and it doesn't want to simulate, so false. Okay, energy is not being used. Should energy be being used? No, because... yeah, well... yes, it should. So if energy is less than 0, then it should just return. But other than that, that's fine. So that extracts the energy on a simulate, so we know how much it will extract. And we're finding the minimum. Okay, yes, that's nice. That's the energy consumed. Okay, I think this will actually work. surprisingly enough. As crazy as it sounds. No, it won't. It won't. I lied. I lied. Oh, what's going on here? Okay, whatever. Shut up. It won't work because I lied. I need to come into the capability. Heat handler. Here we go. And I need to make this actually update when it changes, right? So, yes, this is open source. I can link the GitHub, I guess. There you go. Oh, it mentioned me. How nice. Okay, so I want to add some kind of change thing, right? So I guess... Also, let's make these protected. Should they be protected? That should be private, but these can be protected because that doesn't matter. Or in that case, I suppose... Yeah, I guess it's fine. So what I should do in here, really, is I should have a void on heat change, which should be called by all of these. So we'll say receive heat. So these all just call set heat, don't they? Yeah, that's why I wanted them to all use set heat, because that way I can just say on heat change. Boom. Actually, what I will do is I'll just have two floats in here. Old heat, new heat. Which means I do just need to save the heat here. So float old heat is this dot heat, and then I can just say old heat this dot heat. So that means that's changed. Well, actually, that should only happen if this dot old if old heat not equal this dot heat, then it should change like that. Nice. So that should work, and then all I need to do... Oh, what's happening up here? Oh, I guess I do need to implement that, don't I? No, not really. Can I default this, I guess, to just nothing? Yeah, I can do that. Wait. Stop. Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, I can go there. That's okay. So then all I need to do here... not here. Not here. Here. When I construct a new heat handler, I just want to make a little class for it and do on heat change. That's kind of janky though, so I'm actually gonna create a method that can do that. So we'll go private, static, iHeat handler, create handler. So we're first going to want a builder. And then we'll want the... No, I guess we only need the builder, actually, didn't we? So we'll do that. And then we'll override on heat change. Actually, let's just call this on change. There doesn't need to be like any fancy stuff going on there. And then we just do that. Okay, that kind of uses the builder though, which is kind of cringe, isn't it? Wait, does that matter? Yes, that does matter, because the builder doesn't have this one. That's the issue. So this can only really happen when this exists. Ooh, I've kind of got myself stuck here, haven't I? Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I can't do this, because that's just not going to work. What I can do, though, which makes it no different, is just pass that in here. And then I can just do block entity not set changed, update. Boom. And just use that to create handler. Here, no. Here, block entity builder. Nice. And if you're passing the handler in here, then I'm not going to worry about that, because you have to implement the method anyways. On heat changed. Don't need to worry about that. Okay, nice. That will work. Hopefully fine. So whenever that happens, that will cause a block update. Which doesn't really matter anyways, because the energy would cause a block update, but I don't really care. Which will cause these to sync to the client, which in theory should mean that in the screen these will work. Hopefully. Yeah, the distillation unit is a multi-block lone wolf. So yes, we do have multi-blocks. I say we. I do have multi-blocks. There's no one else. Trust me. There's no one else. Not yet. Okay, so I create 9 tanks. That's fine. Let's just make some getters for these actually. Get fluid module and get multi-block module. Nice. I need to read sync data. Write sync data. Yeah, multi-blocks. See, the thing is, yeah. See, they are, but at the same time, they're not. I think it depends how complex you want the multi-block to be, right? If you just want a simple, like, oh, when you place this block, it places all these other blocks, that's fine. That's easy. That's easy peasy. If you want one where you can build it yourself, that's also easy peasy. It's a little bit harder, but it is fairly easy. Things get complicated when you want something that different parts do different things. And if you want like sizes to be modular as well, that's where things start to get a bit complicated. But anything else is easy. There is a little bit of messiness with it though, or at least the way I've done it. It's maybe not the best. I did have to write a mix in for it, so yeah, but it's overall okay. As long as you know what you're doing, it's fine. I always used to think that multi-blocks were the hardest thing in the world until I kind of actually just thought about it for a minute. And yeah. I mean, I think it helped, to be fair, that I was with Stephen when I was programming it, because Stephen's smart. And Stephen kind of kept me on the right track. Because otherwise I just go off track it's not that complicated, really. I mean, you can see the code for it. It's all in turtlib. So, like, if I just go, I mean, this is going to be the compiled version and then decompiled. So, multi-block module. Hello? Yeah, there we go. So all we just have is a bunch of positions. We save the previous block states. Yeah, and then when we remove it, we just loop over all the positions. That's pretty much it. Wait, how does it detect for when it's built? I kind of forgot. I forgot. Because that's the removal, which is the easy part. But where? I'm trying to remember how we did that, actually. Multi-block. It might just be in the multi-block class. I don't want to do the... Is it in here? I actually don't know. I kind of forgot. It's valid. Pattern matcher. I think it must be the pattern matcher that uses it. No usages? Really? Wait, how does this work? How does my code work? I have no idea. Okay, anyways. I mean, how would I have compat with create, though? How would that even work? Like, what is going to be compatible? What is there to compat to make compatible? That's the question. The real question. What do you want to override? Tick. So cringe. Don't do that. So cringe. Okay, I don't really want to code the logic for this right now, because it's going to be kind of hefty, I think. And we've already been going for almost 4 hours. So I think that's probably going to be the end of the stream. I might stream again tomorrow. Should I stream again tomorrow? I could do. I definitely could. Yeah, you know, I'll stream again tomorrow. Yeah, I'll stream again tomorrow. That'll be fine. I can't really test this, because I'll have to make... Yeah, there's just... I cannot test this in its current state. Actually, I mean, I can test this. I can test the electric heater, actually. Should we try that? Let me just register an item. A block item for it. So that I can get it. Oh god, look at all these items. Look at them all. All just for rubber. All of these ones that are greyed out, these are all for rubber. It's insane. Actually insane. Regardless, where are all my block items nowadays? Here? I think they're here. Okay, so we'll create distillation unit. It remembered. Once again, I'm impressed. And then it hasn't remembered the electric heater, though. That's unfortunate. Block item. Electric. No. It actually hasn't remembered, huh? Okay, there we go. I mean, does create use does create have rubber? I don't know. I've barely played with create. I have no idea. Create doesn't have rubber, does it? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, Create uses kelp. Yeah, because it's for the conveyors, right? I don't know exactly how it works, but I'm pretty sure that's how they do it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would be fairly easy. I would just add it to the rubber tag, which also means it would work with like industrial foregoing, I think it is. The one, I think that one has rubber. The one that has the latex processing unit and the other one, I'm pretty sure that's industrial foregoing. But if I just add it to the rubber tag, it'll work with that too. We don't need this anymore, so I'm going to remove this. Well, we will need that in the future, but not right now. Okay, let's see. So it'll be at the bottom. Okay, so we have the electric heater. Boom. Okay, it didn't crash. That's a good start. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay. It didn't crash. We obviously have an error because it doesn't have the texture. Are the widgets here? Yes. I can click them. Look. One there and one here. Okay, let's try power it. Biomass. Here we go. Is that pausing the game, actually? Why is that pausing the game? I thought... wait. Where's the screen? There you are. Oh, I set it to true. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay. Did I do the same thing with this? No, I actually did this. That's false, but... Are you still pausing the game? No. Nice. Okay. Okay, this is filling up on energy? But this isn't doing anything. Okay, it should do something, right? Unless I completely fuck this code up. Oh, this should be an OR. Oh, if level is null, or level is client side. Fuck's sake. Level is null, or level is client side. Okay, hot swap that and hot swap that. Here we go. Hello? I don't think it's working. Should we breakpoint? If level is null, or the level is client side, then we return. But this breakpoint isn't hitting. Is this hitting? No? Okay, now I'm really confused, and I'm also really curious, and I feel like I'm going to have to fix this, otherwise I'm going to go actually insane. Oh. Right, I forgot to implement the ticker. Silly me. See, it's something simple. It's always something simple. Always. Well, not always, actually. Oh, I have to restart? You kidding me? This is disgusting. Just because there's a lambda here, I have to restart the game. You know how stupid that is? Why can't it just, like... I don't know. Just, like... I don't know. I know, I understand it. But it's just so annoying. Okay, come on. If this works, then I will end the stream. If it doesn't work, then I will never end the stream. I will keep it streaming for the rest of my life. That's how confident I am that this is going to work. Shit. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. It's not working. No. What? No, okay. I'm counting this as working. Okay? This is working, right? The fact that this is now hitting its breakpoint, I consider that working. Okay? Although I do want to know... It's not receiving energy. That's kind of weird, right? I wonder why it's not receiving energy. Did I do something silly? Max receive 100. Maybe I have to set the max extract to? No, I don't think so. But that's kind of weird, right? No, it doesn't have to fully work. It definitely does not have to fully work. Let me... no, control click is what I meant to do. Well, the heat should be increasing. There should be energy in the energy bar, which is this one here on the left. And then this one here is the heat bar. And this should be increasing too. But it's not receiving energy, which is super weird. Like, I am genuinely mind boggled. Wait, you can't see anything? No, you can see something. You're lying. Stop lying to me. I thought for a second you couldn't see the game. No, because it will still show there, right? Even though the background is a missing texture, it would still show the energy, like this. Right? That's how I know that there's no energy in here. Which is why I'm very confused. Because the thing that confuses me about that is... I don't really see how that's possible. This loops through all the directions, right? It gets the block entity. If it has an energy capability, then it checks if it can receive. Okay, then it adds it to the directions. It checks that this has energy. It disperses energy, which is this part. So it receives the energy. I mean, that should work. It works for other things, right? If I... what does it work for? The crusher, right? If I do that, this has energy now. Wait, this might just have energy full stop, actually. Wait. What? Look at that. It's receiving energy, even though it's not connected. Quasi-connectivity with Forge energy. Look at that. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is, it works, and this should also be working. Oh. Wait, I wonder if this actually does have energy, and it's just not syncing to the screen. Right? Like, I think it's completely possible that it's just not syncing to the screen. Either way, I think we're done here. It's been a pretty good stream, I think. We've got a fair amount done, right? Unfortunately, we didn't fix the agitator, but that wasn't going to happen, realistically. So, I will do that sometime in my spare time. Hopefully, there'll be a devlog tomorrow, but I'm not promising anything, because I still have to record a few clips for that. So, we'll see. But hopefully, there'll be a devlog tomorrow. And hopefully, or most probably, I will stream again tomorrow at about the same time. Maybe earlier. Maybe 2 hours earlier. But yeah. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. And I'll see you all whenever. Tomorrow, I guess. If you're here tomorrow. Or whenever I do it next. So, goodbye.